Well, Dewey, it's getting close to your bedtime.
Oh, can't we do one more? Oh, please, please, please. Just one more story. Oh, please.
Okay, just one more, Dewey.
Woohoo! All right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The Three Wishes, adapted by the public domain version by Catherine Pyle.
Once upon a time, a poor man took his axe and went out into the forest to cut some wood.
Dewey, that's not an axe.
No, dragons don't use axes. They use swords because they're cooler.
Do you really think a sword could cut down a tree?
Of course they can.
He was a lazy fellow. So as soon as he was in the forest, he began to look for the easiest tree to cut down. There he found one that was hollow inside. He knew because he banged his sword on it.
It ought not take very long to cut this tree down.
He raised his axe and struck the tree with such a blow that splinters flew everywhere. At once, the bark opened up and a fuzzy purple fairy was inside.
What do you mean by chopping into my house?
Oh, I did not know that it was your house.
Well, it's my house, and I'll thank you to let it alone, please.
Very well. I'll just leave and cut down some other tree. I'll cut down a tree over yonder.
That is well. I see that you are an obliging fellow after all. I have it in my mind to reward you for sparing my house. So the next 3 wishes that you and your wife make shall come true. Whatever they are, that shall be your reward.
Then the fairy went back into the tree again and pulled the door behind him.
The man stood looking at the tree and scratched his head. He sat down and began to wonder what he should wish for. He thought and he thought, but he could decide on nothing.
I'll just go home and talk it over with my wife.
As soon as he came in the door, he began to call for his wife. And she came in a hurry, for she did not know what happened to him. He told the story, and his wife listened. "Well, this is such a fine thing to have happened to us," she said. "Now we must be very careful what we wish for." They sat down, one on each side of the fire, to talk it out. They thought of so many things that they could have.
A bag of gold,
A car,
a fine house to live in,
and fine clothes to wear. But nothing seemed just the right thing to choose. They talked so long that they grew hungry.
Well, here we sit with not a thing cooked for dinner. I wish we had one of those fine fish dinners you used to make.
No sooner had he spoken than there was a great thumping and bumping, and a great big fish fell down before him.
What is this?
You oaf! It's the fish you wished for! There's one of our wishes wasted!
I wish the fish were stuck on the end of your nose. It would serve you right. The moment she said this, the fish flew up and stuck to the man's nose. And there it was, and he couldn't get it off. The man pulled and tugged, but it was all of no use.
Well, there's no help for it, so we'll just have to wish it off.
What? No, we only have one wish left, and we can't waste it that way. Let's wish ourselves the richest people in the world. But to this, the man would not agree. He wanted the fish off his nose, whatever the cost. So at last, the wife was obliged to let him have his own way.
I really wish this fish was off my nose.
And that was the third of their 3 wishes. All they had gotten out of the fairy's good deed was a fish dinner. But then again, it was the best fish dinner they had ever had.
And after all, there's nothing much better in this world to wish for than a full tummy.